and welcome back to BS Rambles. No BS rambling today because as usual we're going to dive right into what you came here for, which is the top 4 early game heroes in Heroes of the Storm. These are sweet picks to have in your back pocket because big plays in the early game transition into wins. These are the heroes that will give your team the required advantage to dominate the first objective and the morale boost to crush as a team for the rest of the game. If you like short intros and enjoy my videos, please do subscribe to my channel for more. Now, without further ado, we have the first pick on the list, and that is Garrosh. I ban this guy most of the time simply because of the early game tilting that he can cause. The reality of playing Garrosh is that any single tiny mistake in positioning on the enemy's team can and should be answered by flipping them into your backline for a quick and easy deletion. His toss stun or stun toss combo is available from level 1, and it's just too easy to make happen, especially when teams meet in the middle at level 1 for a little pre-game jousting. Other heroes like Stitches and Artanis have similar potential for displacement out of their basic kit, but neither can come close to the consistency or ease at which Garrosh's throw can be landed. Just ride up on your horse, throw, stun, and your teammates, towers, or minions will take care of the rest. There's 2 things that make Garrosh stand out from the others on this list. The first is that he's the easiest to play. With a tiny bit of practice, his flip stun combo can be landed with 100% accuracy. The second is that the sky's the limit with Garrosh's pick potential. His combo is on a short cooldown, and if the enemy team is not paying close attention to their positioning, you may well find yourself getting throw after throw and blowing the game wide open in the first 5 minutes. Often all you need is one pick to get a talent advantage for the first objective, which can snowball your team to a victory. And Garrosh is a great hero to make that happen, but he may also provide the team with several picks, turning the game into a stomp before the enemy even has their footing. Second up, we have another hero with an outlying ability to find kills in the early game, and that is Orpheus. Orpheus's high damage, ability to self-heal, and high mobility that she has out of only her base kit gives her a massive advantage when trading early on. When playing as Orpheus, everything happens on your terms. Her mobility will allow you to dictate the pace of the game, whether you want to poke and out-sustain someone or chase them down for a kill. You can usually just do it. She does differ heavily from Garrosh in that her ability to dominate relies on the skill of the player. For her full potential, you'll have to be landing her Shadow Waltz and repositioning rapidly and effectively. She's a high skill, high reward hero that when played correctly is oppressive early on. Really, the only answer to a good Orpheus player is well-placed crowd control and burst damage, but before level 10 that can be hard to come by in most team comps. Orpheus is probably the hardest character to play on this list, but if played well, you will absolutely wreak havoc on the enemy team and feel somewhat invincible. Third on this list, I'll put in who I currently see as the game's premier lane bully, and that is Zigueira. Zigueira has one of the strongest early lane phases in the entire game, and it really is only held back by her mana pool. At level 1, her Hunter-Killer ability can chase almost any enemy hero out of lane and deny precious experience leading up to the first objective. But most importantly, if Zigueira is left unattended in a lane, she has the ability to take a tower on the first wave by clearing a wave with Baneling Barrage and then focusing a tower with Hunter-Killer and Infested Drop. This is a shockingly harsh punishment for ignoring only the first wave of minions, which so often a disorganized solo queue team will do. While the other heroes on this list provide their advantage through their ability to surprise your enemy with early game hero kills, Zigueira will surprise them with fast map pressure and oppressive poke in lane that will have the enemy team fighting off of their back foot from the very first minion wave. Finally, in the last slot, we have one of those pesky Overwatch characters that just don't seem to care about the rules that apply to all the other heroes in the Nexus, and that is Tracer, who gets to start the game with access to her ultimate ability, Pulse Bomb. She does have to charge the Pulse Bomb, which starts at 0% at the beginning, so it's not going to be available when you first meet the enemy team in the middle, but it charges quickly enough to be able to abuse it in early ganks. While other burst heroes like Nova and Kel'Thuzad take some time to come online, Tracer already has access to a high consistency burst rotation from the beginning. In some respects, Tracer is the most mobile character in the game, certainly in terms of her ability to cover distance in a short amount of time. If you're up against a good Tracer, you are pretty much guaranteed to lose a couple of teammates to her ganks. If someone remains in lane with any type of health missing, a good Tracer will 3-blink in, Pulse Bomb melee, and then recall out for an unprecedented chunk of damage. Her mobility combined with her shockingly high burst between Pulse Bomb and melee make her the premier early ganker in the game. It's a good thing there's not a lot of good Tracer players in Heroes of the Storm because, similar to Orpheus, she can be really frustrating to play against, especially early on, where there's rarely an answer to her mobility. Fun fact about Tracer, she's the only hero in the game that can deal percent damage to structures. This is through her level 10 upgrade to Pulse Bomb, Quantum Spike, which deals 7% max health as damage to the primary target of Pulse Bomb, including structures. God, what a bullshit hero. The importance of a strong early game presence cannot be overstated, and with any of these picks and a bit of practice, you will have the weak of heart on the enemy team crying GG before level 10. The experience advantage that these heroes can provide in the early game is just as important as the mental advantage. A strong early game boosts the morale of your team and breaks the morale of the other. And if you're trying to climb the ranks, you know firsthand how important team's morale can be. If you made it to the end, I want to thank you sincerely for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do like it and subscribe to my channel for more content. Of course, this list is based only on my opinion, so I'd love to hear yours as well in the comment section below. Who do you think the strongest early game hero is? Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.